Passage number 7. Ready? Comments. Mr. Chairman Sir, I am thankful to the House and to the large number of members who have participated in the debate on this bill. They have expressed their views on the bill and some of them have expressed their feelings very strongly. I want to make it clear that I entirely share their views and feelings. As a matter of fact, as a farmer, I know the difficulties of the farmers. I may tell you my personal experience. I would like to inform the House that a piece of land which I was cultivating as a tenant was acquired and it took 10 years for me to get the compensation for the land acquired. So, I have no doubt about the validity of the criticism made on the floor of the House. I agree that there are certain genuine grievances about the bill. Some of the honorable members have stressed the need to examine the entire scheme of the Act. I am aware that there were many weaknesses in the Act itself. As the House is aware, the original Act was enacted about 60 years ago. The times have changed now, though there have been some amendments from time to time. The Law Commission also looked into it and a committee of experts was also set up by the Ministry of Food and Agriculture to look into the various provisions of the Act. I know that many times agricultural lands are acquired for non-agricultural purposes. It is true that in some cases, after the lands are not utilized for no reason and sometimes there are complaints about the adequacy of compensation. There are many instances where compensation was not paid in time. In addition to that, there have been administrative delays. That is why I submit that there is need to examine the entire scheme of the Act. As I have already said, we want to appoint a parliamentary committee to go into the entire scheme of the Act. Of course, it is a concurrent subject and representatives of the state governments will have to be associated with the committee. As and when the committee makes its recommendations, we shall bring in a new legislation before the House. As far as the present legislation is concerned, I think there is much misunderstanding about the bill that has been brought before this House. For instance, I may bring to the notice of the House one of the provisions of the bill. One of the honorable members said that there was great delay between the time of the notification under section 4 and the time of the declaration under section 6. I agree that it is a valid criticism. Now, I would like to point out that in order to get over that difficulty, the present bill provides that the maximum time limit that will be allowed for this purpose is 3 months. I think this is an improvement on the present position under the Act. As far as that provision is concerned, I do not know why the honorable members should oppose that. In my view, it is a very healthy provision and it will go a long way to improve the present working of the Act. Some honorable members have suggested some amendments as far as the time factor is concerned. Some have suggested that it should be 3 months and some others have suggested that it should be 6 months. I would suggest that it is a very difficult matter. In fact, I would like to bring to the notice of the House that the Law Commission has looked into this and it has suggested this. By that, I do not mean that the House should accept this. I want to make it very clear that I am only trying to bring to the notice of the House certain complications involved in the scheme of the Act. When the Law Commission examined the scheme of the Act, it suggested some time limit for various procedures. If we take into consideration the time limits prescribed by the Law Commission, we will see that the total period comes to about 25 months. Of course, it is for the completion of the entire proceedings under the Act. The point that I am submitting is this: the provision which has been made in the present bill that the time limit should be 3 months will reduce the number of difficulties which come in the way of the implementation of the Act. I would like to submit that as far as this provision is concerned, there should be no objection at all. There is another provision about which there seems to be some misunderstanding among all of us. In the original Act itself, there are certain provisions in regard to payment of interest under certain circumstances. I would like to inform the House that we have now gone a little ahead. Many members have said that there is delay in making a declaration under section 6 and also in making payment of compensation. Stop.